I love it when the mic goes on.
Girl,
Unpopular
remind me to
opinion.
tell you.
No, it is.
More neutral.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
science, babe.
That's what's diabolical.
That is what's diabolical. Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, we're back. Welcome back to Remind Me to Tell You podcast.
RM2TU. I'm Jess.
I'm David. All right.
And what episode is this now? This is episode 4.
We did it.
We did do it.
But
Episode
before
4.
we jump into it, sorry, I
yeah,
didn't want
no,
to cut
go.
you up. Okay, so like, how was your weekend? You know, we were kind of separated for longer than we have been.
Separation anxiety.
Exactly. Had an engagement party.
Yeah.
In Hudson.
Nice.
It was beautiful. It's far, but gorge.
Gorge. So nice.
And it was an open bar,
oh, that's what we love.
but I didn't black out. So I'm so proud.
Wow. That's impressive.
Growth.
Kept it together.
Growth.
Yes.
Maturity.
Maturity.
I went to the gym in the morning. So yeah, I'm really proud.
I'm proud of you.
What was your event?
My event was a bridal shower,
Oh,
which like typically showers are not my favorite events to go to, baby showers in particular, but this was a really beautiful, fresh off the market themed bridal shower.
yeah. Sick.
I feel like you
Yeah, something that's been happening online. I'm
were
like,
very excited.
so Beverly Hills. Amanda Francis posted this morning or last night that she is leaving the show.
Oh, bye.
Um,
TTYN.
do you think that she quit or she got fired?
I hope she got fired.
I didn't ask you what you wanted. What do you
Oh.
think?
Do you know the answer?
I don't know right now, but I know like because it just came out. Eventually, throughout this week, I'll find out.
She got fired.
99% of these people get fired, but Bravo lets them say what they want. They'll never intervene. They can say you quit, you got fired. They don't care.
So then when you tell me like, oh, and she didn't actually get fired, she quit, how do you know the real tea?
Well, just sometimes like through those blogs that say like people that know them personally or friends of friends, but also just other people's opinions based off public fandom. Like some people, like if no one likes them, it typically means they got fired, or if there's any behind the scenes stories that will come out. But I think she quit. I don't think she would. She's all about money here, and I'm sure she would have.
Anyways, we've already given her way too much camera time, so moving on next.
Well, she like flipped. Like I didn't like her at first, but then she kind of got better. But she was a big question mark after the last season. I was like, I wonder if she's gonna come back or not. Like I was really, because she was so.
This is the one who kept talking about how much more money she makes than her husband.
But because she was so not, she created chatter within the fandom. So I'm like, okay, cool. Anyways, Summer House and Below Deck literally was talking about how they need to have more crossovers like they do in Salt Lake City. Did not think Summer House. I was like thinking another Housewives show, like another franchise, and I'm like, oh my god. So before I was gonna say this, I was gonna tell you on the pod that like there's been sightings that the cast has been at airports, which is strange because in Summer House they stay at the house, like they don't do cast trips. Ciara was at an airport, and then Carl and Lindsay were in the London Heathrow. So people were like, what's going on? So now we got it.
I feel like that is the most natural crossover to do. The perfect recipe, which is a very similar recipe to Summer House, aside from the fact that they don't actually like work at the house. But yes, let's get these
young hot people on the boat,
right, who are used to living with each other
and on camera.
Yeah. Let's get them together. And also very smart move strategically, considering how are we going to give, like for somebody like me who's like, I don't know if I'm really excited about tuning into next season of Summer House. Now all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, that's going to be
interesting.
Fun. Yeah.
I'm happy because two things. Amanda and Wes just lost on a yacht opportunity. But two things also, I think that because of how Scandival went, where they screwed up the season post Scandival, where they brought back Tom and they forced people to film, and Ariana was the only one that was like, and maybe Katie was like, I'm not listening to the producers, I'm living my truth, and everyone else was like going what producers are doing. And now they got rid of the two demons, and I think they're listening to more, I guess, maybe what the fans want, what the cast wants, and I think they're gonna do whatever they can to not have the same thing happen as Vanderpump. And it's a good start.
That is a good start. That's very promising.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see Ciara because I feel like they're gonna break the fourth wall and talk about it.
Oh my
her
God.
opportunities, and
Well, and any aftermath,
Yeah.
any other information. And considering we never got the facts or the closure that we wanted from
yeah.
West and or Amanda, despite having more than one opportunity to provide it, I feel like at least now we'll be able to get that from Sierra's perspective
Yep.
so far after. So that's
I'm
great.
excited. Yeah. Okay, so obviously House of Stassi is all over the internet right now. It came out.
So good.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to dig deeper, but Canada only got the first two episodes released, but the US has the full season. Hulu does that. They did it with Mormon Wives, that they just dropped the entire thing. It's not like Bravo where it's weekly. So I think now in Canada, I don't know if they're going to drop another 2, 3 or the rest next week. I don't know what they're going to do. So that's why online you're seeing a lot of clips of things that we haven't seen yet, but the US has seen it. So they're doing a lot of recasts on the entire season. I'm trying not to watch it because I really I'd rather watch it like live.
Do we know how many episodes there are in
I
the
think
entire
like
season?
8.
Okay.
It's not too big. It's like a pilot season.
Do you think there's going to be a reunion?
I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a reunion. I heard that there wasn't, but like I said, first seasons often don't.
Yeah, but this isn't Bravo anymore. This is Hulu.
I know.
Disney's got all kinds of cash.
But we'll talk about her in a second because that show is like, wow. Brittany and Jax have been a lot in the news. I know no one really cares much about them, but people did like an exclusive with her, like as if people care, but she's talking about the whole publicist thing. I think they're trying to have their moment like Scandival and Scamanda. I don't think it's going to happen.
Like, babe, your scandal happened so long ago. Like when you agreed to marry him and then you agreed to have a child with him. And that was the scandal.
Honestly, the public doesn't really have much empathy for Brittany because, like, girl, you went along with someone that we all knew was pretty diabolical.
Okay.
And I clocked her in.
Yeah, that's right.
Welcome to Remind Me to Tell You. There we go, Jess. Let's go.
Okay,
Here we go. I knew it was going to trigger something.
That
and
does trigger me.
Thank you.
Yeah, the public doesn't really rate. But I'm sorry. No, this is not the feminist approach.
The victim approach.
No, it's not a victim approach. And it's not the feminist approach either, because Brittany, like, of course you empathize with her. This is a good person who has a good heart, who's doing a really great job raising her son, navigating all of this. She was literally plucked from obscurity and thrown into notoriety very quickly.
Well, she decided to stay with him because she wanted to be on the show.
Okay, you're saying that. Did you have that conversation with her?
Go back to season 4.
Why wouldn't she want to stay on the show? Now all of a sudden, this is her source of income. When Jax
but I mean it back in season 4.
When Jax first brought her on the show, she was the only one that was actually, like, they weren't even working at SUR anymore. She was actually working. Remember when you took a picture with her?
Yeah, before it was cool.
Not okay, before it was cool, but
no,
she
when it
was
wasn't.
there. She was brought on the show, but she was actually working there. And now all of a sudden, you get used to a certain standard of lifestyle.
I understand, but if you watch season 4, Lala's literally telling her, babe, your guy's a cheater. He's hitting on me. He wants to sleep with me.
And how many people told Lala about her husband?
And she's...
But the women keep getting dragged for these things. This is all very tied into
Okay, so we'll
this
talk about it
episode.
after.
Yeah. Ugh.
But to speak more about that, though, I just got to say one thing. So Jax did one of the funniest things. Okay. Okay, so
Can you see how well the trifecta is working for us right now?
It's the end of the summer now. Huh?
And I'm re-entering my luteal phase.
Favorite phase. Please.
Soon you're going to be able to track my menstrual cycles.
I know. Soon I'm going to get a menstrual cycle at the same time as you. Because I'm half woman. So, okay, yeah. I was scrolling on Insta, and then I see Jax posting a picture, like a brand deal with Smartwater, and I'm like, huh? What the fuck? Who's doing a deal with him? Literally 5 minutes later, boom, all the Bravo accounts are like, Jax just posted a fake brand deal on Instagram. He gets it removed. He posts something online being, I'm so sorry, I was working with a third party and I didn't know it was not legit. I got screwed over. And then you have Brittany saying on a podcast that, yeah, she reached out to Smartwater. Never was a deal. And then Kristen Doty posts a video being like, that was AI. He knew what he was doing. It was not a third party. He literally tried to scam y'all. And he's dating a publicist, which is like even weirder. Which is like It's not clicking. Like,
Right.
she should have been like, girl, don't do that.
I mean, listen, it's Jax Taylor again, another person that we've given far too much airtime to.
But
Suivant,
but
next.
do you want to hear about the OC? Or like, meh?
Go ahead.
Did you not see like Vicki had a scene with her son, and the
No.
son was saying how he hasn't spoken to the sister Brianna for 8 years. You know, and then Vicki went on the confessional, being, oh, it's because like he lives in Spain and he's in the U.S. So yeah, but then he's in the comments since, and he's like, well, she's never invited me. Even when I was living in California, she never came. And essentially, it's because he does not get along with the husband.
Well, that's not surprising. The husband looks like
Well, you've seen him on OC,
right, back
and
in
he
the
was
day.
pretty abusive with women.
Yes, and also just very problematic.
Exactly. And then she said
Big
it.
red flag.
She says it was Brianna was saying it was PTSD from the war.
Right.
And then Vicki also went further and said, oh, well, Andy actually asked Brianna to be on the season for an episode or whatever. And she was like, please get rid of my number. I don't want to be on this. You guys made my husband look so bad previously. And then this morning I see Andy on his radio station being like, Vicki lied, that never happened. I was just texting Brianna being like, where the hell did she get that from? And Brianna's like, I have no idea. That's why I never got the Vicki lore. She's pretty problematic as well.
Vicki is extremely problematic.
And they had the premiere for the girls trip. Looks so fun. A lot of housewives were there. Portia dropped the first like 6 minutes, and it's like a really nice homage to Indie Leaks. Let me call Portia.
Portia, my girl.
Yeah, you love her.
I do love her.
A little Leslie.
Oh, I loved her before she came out.
I know.
She's real. I like real people.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us back to this episode, which is great because the comment that she made earlier really got me going.
Yeah, what comment?
So, well, last episode we were talking about pattern recognition, identifying red flags. Are you just staring at yourself? Like the moment that I start talking, I open my mouth and he's just checking out his biceps. It's Montreal Pride this weekend. He's like, how does my tan look? How do my biceps look? I'm bulging, babe.
I mean, anyone would look at themselves if they're on camera.
I'm not looking at myself. I'm looking at the camera.
Guilty.
Right. G for guilty.
I'm sure it's relatable for a lot of you people out there.
Mm-hmm.
She hates when I touch her.
Yeah, during my luteal phase.
The fucking luteal phase. Like, get over it. I'm kidding, pregnant Kristen. I'm kidding. I
Wouldn't
actually
have started a podcast with you. I hadn't met luteal phase Jess yet.
Yes. It's one of my favorite Jesses, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course, you like a problematic person.
I just know how to.
Piss me off even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho, so last episode we were talking about identifying red flags. She sees them and is choosing to overlook them. And the question for that is, why do people do that? And I think that people do that not because they don't see the red flags, but because the stories that we tell ourselves sometimes are louder than the red flags.
Yeah.
The narrative that we're trying to create. The typical trope of, I'm going to be the one
Yeah.
to change them. They're going to change for me.
I mean, it's like being cheated on, and then you stay with that person. You're telling yourself they're not going to do it again. It was a weak moment. Or maybe you blame it on yourself, being like, I wasn't a good partner, so I'm going to change, even though that might not be the real issue.
Especially when you're being gaslit constantly and your self-worth and security is just being brought down all the time. And now you add hormones into the mix, postpartum into the mix, all of these different things.
I get it, but she must have been telling herself a narrative since the moment she started dating.
100%.
Like, hello, everyone knew Jax was a piece of shit. What he did to Stassi, what he did to that whole group of women. Like, she went in knowing all that information and was actively being like that while they were dating. And she still said, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Why? Because there's a narrative in her head saying like, I'm gonna be different, or I'm gonna be famous, or I'm gonna make money.
So that's what today's episode is going to focus on. The stories that we tell ourselves. And
what shows are we gonna connect with?
we're going to connect those with House of Stassi and the Valley finale and reunion episode 1.
Right.
Before we actually get into the shows, I actually do want to ask you a question.
Ooh, I'm scared.
What's a story that you have caught yourself believing that wasn't actually true?
And is it something like about myself, or can it be like something?
Anything.
Oh my God, girl, I do have to pause and think about it.
Pause and think about it.
I mean, I can bring this to fitness. You know, I used to be so into supplements and shit.
Ah.
And I believed a lot of the stuff I saw online. So here was the red flag, is that anyone that's selling you a product, you always have to second guess and be like, is this true, or someone trying to make money?
Of course, he used the example about his body and his vanity and getting ready for Pride.
well,
I was hoping that you were going to link it to you being gay.
Not at all.
Did you ever tell yourself that story when you were younger, like before you came out?
Not really. I just knew, but I was more thinking about like, how can I hide it? But I was always okay. Like, I always knew that it was, and I was never thinking, oh, like I came out of the womb like looking for cock, you know? Sorry, daddy.
Which daddy? Sorry to some, sorry, not sorry to others.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So like,
That's
yeah,
good.
like I'm saying, like I never, fortunately, like I know some people have that battle, but me the battle was more like how to lie this and how long can I go with it, and how can I pull it off, like acting straight and stuff.
And during the time in which you were trying to pull it off and acting straight, did you feel like you were doing that believably? Like, were you like, oh yeah, okay, this is.
Yeah, for sure. But not really. I just knew, everyone knew, but you just have to like
Live through that.
Yeah, live through it, because if you're not ready, you're not ready, and you'd rather just not talk about it.
And what makes you ready? Like, what does
I
shift?
think
It's so hard for me.
Fatigue.
Fatigue?
You're just tired.
You're tired
You're
of
exhausted.
like, I can't do this anymore.
Exhausted. And then you just, I don't give a fuck after.
When we look at people who are in toxic relationships where like the red flags are fluorescent, I feel like at a certain point, it's like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I've been doing it, but I just can't anymore. And whatever that reason is.
That's a good point. So you think that the red flags, that eventually they're like, now this is a big enough red flag for me to be like, I
just don't have the bandwidth anymore. I've been doing this for a decade. I was doing it under the premise that things can't get worse. They can only get better. What could I do differently to prevent this behavior? What could I do better to mitigate their reactions?
And like, my thing is more like, if you're in a relationship and the red flags start halfway through and later on, I get it's hard, because it's like you try to go back to, he's going to go back to his old ways, or she, or whatnot. Mm-hmm. For me, it's like when you see the red flags from the get-go, why do you ignore them?
You're convincing yourself. It's like confirmation bias. Everything that they do that confirms your narrative, you go with that and you try to let the other stuff.
And then every single flag you dismiss, you're getting deeper into the
100%
bias. Can we talk about House of Stassi?
I could do an entire
On two episodes.
They were so good, so relatable. And
she was made for TV. I don't care what anybody says.
There are a couple of like lines.
And red flags.
Who's giving the red flags though here?
You know what? It's interesting to see a dynamic where, again, the woman is making the money and not the man. And it's like Mormon wives, because Mormon wives, what happened is that they had all their kids and they were not supposed to have like a career. And then they got the show, and now the men have to step back, and that's kind of the show now. It's like these women juggling these marriages where the man has to take a step back. So we're seeing that on House of Stassi, and he feels like a 1950s woman, maid, housewife, and that, I'm sure, just tickles your chin.
Is that an expression? That just tickles my chin?
It triggers you.
Somebody tickling my chin, I don't like that at all. So do I not like this? No, I love that a man is feeling like a 1950s housewife. Love that. Great. Wonderful.
You don't feel bad for him?
Of course I feel bad for him.
Okay.
Two things can be true at once.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's genderless. I feel bad for any person who's feeling unfulfilled in their life.
Yeah.
When Stassi says, I will pay you to stay home and not go back to work, which, okay, fine. I understand why she said that. And he says, it's not about the money. It's about my identity and feeling like I am not a complete human being. I'm not feeling fulfilled. That I feel badly for, of course. And is it refreshing to see a man going through the motions that so many women go through? I guess it tickles my chin.
Exactly. we're not talking about like a few $1,000s more. Like she's making millions and millions and millions. So it's a big difference. It's not, we're talking about an extra 100K a year. Like it's a lot.
Right.
So I get where she's coming from.
100%. And I understand why Stassi's like, everybody just always, their reaction is always, poor Beau.
Yeah.
Poor Beau. And I can understand from her perspective how she's like, the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
I'm fucking doing everything. And she is a good mom. And she wants her kids to be with one of their parents.
I will say how Instagram really portrays a picture. Before the show, when you look at her Instagram, it looks like they have the perfect, cutest family.
They do.
I still agree. Yeah, no, for sure. The kids are so cute, but you really don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Well, it would be naive to assume that nothing is going on behind closed doors. And the healthiest relationships are the ones that are navigating these conversations. Other people view her as being flawed. Like she knows that is part of it.
So I have a lot to say on like, first of all, how did you like the style of this show? Because Hulu is really going kind of in a different direction. I got a sense where it's like a mix of a documentary because she's talking about being on a show while she's on the show.
Love.
They break the fourth wall obviously constantly. You loving it?
Love that.
I feel like Bravo is going to take a bit from
I hope so.
Hulu.
That's what people need. That is
We're
more
not,
and more.
Because we're not stupid. Now we know too much.
We know the reality and we want to see that.
I was going to say, how did you feel about Katie?
Okay, so that was...
She looks so good.
She looks amazing.
She's had so many different eras of her style, and this is definitely her
I love
best.
Katie. She who was another one who was literally plucked from obscurity by Lisa Vanderpump herself when she had that really bad accident that ended up being what propelled her on the show. Do you remember that?
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the reason why she was on the show.
Yeah, she like sent in a video or something. Okay. Lisa with a bird with a broken wing, and she's got to save
She
them.
loves
Yeah,
a bird with a broken wing, yeah.
She wants to be able to save them all until she exploits the fuck out of them. But anyways.
Especially the women, right?
Especially, they protect
the men.
The men. That I was like, of course they protect. Thank you for telling us what we already know. But
I was
Katie,
I surprised she said that because she's on good terms now with VPR.
Whatever.
I'm saying I'm just surprised.
I wasn't surprised she said that. It's Stassi Schroeder. Like, leave it to Stassi to call it like it is. She's going to mention it all.
And Katie did good too with the payroll comment.
Katie, I literally wrote this down like, so that is its own story to me. But when Katie was like, unless they are coming out of your body related to you or on your payroll, they don't matter to you. And Stassi,
I didn't say anything.
Stassi's confessional response to that was like, that's why we need Katie on reality TV. That is the kind of truth telling that people want on reality TV. That's why she's my ride or die.
And that's why she came. They asked her after the first time they shot the test shooting. Katie wasn't supposed to be on it. So they used Katie as like the hook, which was really smart.
Very smart.
Now I have a question for you. Do you think there's going to be a breakout star out of this show? From the 2 episodes, it may a little bit early, but do you think there's someone that's standing out of you like, ooh, this person's good for TV?
I love Rob.
I think he's hot.
He's so hot. And the conversation between Rob and Beau,
yeah,
we need more of that. Like, to see men and just the way that they talk about it, they're honest with each other, and then boom, they move on. But I really like Rob.
Yeah. How did you feel about Taylor? And is her name Taylor? The lesbian.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Okay.
Yeah, like,
Taylor and her white.
What happens die hard.
Love Taylor and her wife. Love Taylor. She's a breakout. She's fantastic.
I think
she is OMG. She is so good and smart. And what did she call it? I wrote it down because like I want to have an episode that is named like, it wasn't my big fat Greek wedding. It was like my big gay Italian birthday party.
She applied for New York Housewives and she got declined.
She would have been great.
I know, but I think this is better for her.
So good.
But she is She is on our. She is on
Stassi's
payroll. Yeah.
Okay.
And I also wanted to say like, how do you feel about her story? Like she was married and she was and she fell in love with
the stories we tell ourselves.
I feel like you've told yourself a lot of stories. Like you have a list
of stories that I've told myself.
Yeah.
Of course,
yeah.
I have an entire. I don't know how many journals I have.
A repertoire.
Yeah, absolutely. except I don't relate in that respect as like a queer person because she identifies as being gay. And so I feel like maybe that's a bit of a deeper story. Okay. Whereas I wasn't telling myself a story about my sexuality. I was never unaware of the fact that I wasn't straight. Nobody asks you if you're straight. People ask you if you're gay.
Yeah.
They're like, are you gay? No. And then the question ends there. So by default, you're straight. But nobody then follows that up with, are you straight? Also, no. What Taylor said, like, to think about having... Right. And why is that so disgusting? Because the female body has been...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Historically...
Demeaned.
And, you know, lesser than, and even the word hysteria. When doctors back in the day didn't know why women were in so much pain, and you know, so they're just like, oh, they're hysterical, but you know, hysterectomy, like,
wow.
So it comes from like the uterus. And anyways,
that's really interesting.
Yeah. But another line that I really liked that Stassi said,
yeah, go,
was, and I was excited to ask you about this one because I'm gonna give Sheena credit where credit is due. When she said the line, oh yeah, Sheena will be at my funeral and will somehow make it about her. And I'm like, that's such a Sheena story, though. I'm scared I'm not going to be there.
You know what, though? I give her credit for trying to get on the shows that, you know, she will...
Oh, yeah, when she said she wouldn't be surprised if she tried out for the Mormon wives.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. What's his name? Used to be Mormon.
You know when they say, like, if you don't take a shot, you'll never get a shot at that opportunity.
That's not the quote. You know when they say if you don't take a shot, you'll never get a shot, an opportunity.
You lose 100% every shot you don't take.
There we go. And you do know the right.
Yeah.
If we don't take a shot, you're never going to take a shot.
I need a shot.
You lose 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, so,
right.
But she wouldn't fit on Mormon Wives.
No, of course not. Sheena on Mormon Wives. Get out of here.
I would die if, like, she shows up on House of Stassi in, like, 4 or 5 seasons.
Right.
And back to the payroll thing, eventually the storylines will become friction at some point where they're going to be talking about, I don't want to be on your payroll anymore. I'm sure 100% it's going to be.
Well, I mean, that would be a natural progression for things to go that way. You don't need no Stassi.
Right. I have another question. How did you feel? I think I know the answer about all the times she mentions Kris Jenner and the Kardashians.
That bothers me.
Yeah, I knew it.
Thank you. I'm happy that I wanted to say it.
Yeah,
actually,
I knew it bothered you.
Oof. If there was one thing where I was like, ugh, now I feel like I can't defend you as much as like, okay, why are you so obsessed with the Kardashians? Why are you so obsessed with Kris Jenner?
And the fame.
Are you in it for the clout?
Stassi has like Vanderpump where she knows the game, you know?
Oh, she knows what she's doing. She definitely knows what she's doing. She knows the game. She knows reality TV.
Do you want to know what the public discourse is about Stassi show?
Sure.
I mean, it's pretty divided. I don't know about divided, but I'm seeing a lot of different things. Some people are not liking the show. They feel like she's way too much of a narcissist, and I don't disagree. I think she has narcissistic tendencies. I think to be a good star on TV, you kind of have to be a narcissist. People think she's too hard on Beau. Some people think that it's overly produced, that this is fake, that, you know, Beau is just doing this for a storyline, and she's overexploiting the family. The Kardashian thing, a lot of people are not liking that. I've even seen some people be like, okay, apparently like every episode she talks about the show and breaking the fourth wall, being like, hey, we got it. We get it. I've seen like Black content creators being like, she was canceled for a reason. Why is she getting another show? I don't really believe her apology. Later on, she has like a Black person on the show and she talks about the cancellation from one of the Vanderpump Villa characters. So there's a lot of people that just don't even agree that she should be having a show again and that it's performative. And so she is producer as well. She finally found one production company that was like, we know you're a good talent, and she understands the kids on the show and she wants to have some sort of power to control what they see and whatnot. But they put faith in her because most production companies were like, no, talent is separate from production.
Let's move on.
I have moved on.
Let's move House of Stassi, we've been seeing a lot of internal stories, whereas on the Valley, we're seeing what happens when some of these stories are shared and how they end up affecting other people and other people's lives as a result of it. In the first reunion episode, was there anything that was so wild or outlandish that we hadn't seen coming?
No, it was a little bit disappointing, the reunion, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'll say two things that I stood out to me, and this is something that across a lot of reality TV, I don't know if you noticed, but they did ask Luke and Danny if they watched the show.
Yes.
And Luke said no, and Danny said yes. So good on Danny for doing that, because I believe that it should be in their contract that you need to watch the show. The reunion is supposed to be talking about your behavior on camera.
But can you not address your behavior?
No.
Why?
Because as a viewer, we're watching a show and we're going to have our opinion based off how the show is presented to us.
Right.
So then you're going to be like, I don't know what you saw, but I'm just going to go based off what I remember. And now how do we have a discussion based off that? Mm-hmm. It's frustrating. Amanda did it. Wes did it.
Okay, that was very different, though. I don't think that she was ready to see all of the things that like were going to upset her, not even about her own behavior, about West and Sierra's conversations about... I'm not saying that she was right, but that pissed me off because it's like, girl, you need to know this is part of the whole flags and whatnot. Luke not wanting to watch it, knowing that he had made so many deeply misogynistic comments about his partner, and that he was going, and he was going through a very hard time. I'm not excusing it, and I don't think that he can't comment on the really shitty things that he said. He's still very...
We'll see. We haven't digged into their relationship yet on the first...
No, we haven't dug into it.
So we'll see how he performs if he is...
Whereas like Danny, who watched it, and that pisses me off a lot more.
He probably doesn't think he did anything wrong.
He watched it and he's just going on talking about how he's such a stand-up guy and he knows his character, and people far wiser than him, and Seth Rogen, who like completely silenced him. He was like, Danny, you're off the rails. Keep my fucking name out of your mouth. I loved that he did
I know,
that.
it's a certain character trait to behave like that and still be able to watch it and feel like you come out on top.
Right.
We've seen men like that.
Of course. I mean, a dime a Danny.
Diva on a dime.
In the finale, I was like, Janet, why'd you have to throw that plastic cup at him?
Because she won until then.
Lala explained that so perfectly.
What did she say again?
She said, he's literally showing you his true colors on a silver platter. Like, you didn't need to do that. You were winning. And I think that was something that Lacey did pretty well. I love Michelle. We know that I love Michelle. You, when we were watching the reunion, you were like, oh, I love Lacey.
No, I loved them getting along. And I was like...
I liked them getting along,
I was
too.
like Andy, too, being like, oh, I thought you guys were good.
Right.
But I didn't like them fighting because I kind of liked them both.
Yeah, no, me too.
And Lacey made a cute Mean Girls comment. She was like, why do you go here? I don't even go here. She said it like kind of low, and she's like Mean Girls. And so I was like, good for you, a little millennial queen.
She is a little millennial. But she did a really good job of that on the reunion, maintaining her cool, maintaining her calm, speaking about things in a very clear and diplomatic way. But Janet, it was so obvious in that moment that she was just trying to make good TV. And it's like, babe, you so missed the mark.
Completely missed the mark. Can we also talk about, I noticed this mostly during the season, but like Lacey kind of hates Jessie.
If you want to see all of the nonverbal and verbal cues that a woman gives when a man gives her the ick, roll the footage. Just make a compilation video of Lacey reacting to Jessie.
And so the things that she tells herself.
Well, it's more the things that he tells himself. I think she is
hyper-aware.
Like, I want to be on this show.
Yeah, so
I already tried out.
We can agree on that. Okay, good.
I already tried out for OC. I want to get on reality TV. This is my in. I need to stick it out with this guy that I hate for a period of time to get that in. But then I'm going to get rid of him. Did she have my back? Like, no, she didn't. She fucking hates him.
And it's like, it's almost like she's playing this game where she's like, I want the viewers to like me. Mm-hmm. And she's doing a good job at it. Coming in as the ex, or, the one, not the ex, but the new partner. Mm-hmm. I think she's trying to she's staying calm. I know if she was on TV longer, we're going to see a different side of her. We're liking her first season, but she's keeping cool, collected, calm. Mm-hmm. I feel like she can get into like a nasty fight.
Oh my God, definitely. That
'Cause we
girl can
had-
throw
yeah.
down. I hated Aaron. I was like, what are you doing,
Yeah.
Michelle? This ain't it, babe. This is not it. Dr. Dre, this is it.
I hope that works out.
But I was so happy to see how Jesse, he was so upset, that he was sitting at the end of the couch. When he noticed where he was sitting, he was pissed. And then when they started talking about Dr. Dre, and it was just like very cute, cheeky, whatever. And then after, she was like, oh, I don't really want to talk about it. And Jesse was like, sounds like an NDA to me. And then she was like, what was that? You want to share with the class?
I think she does have something.
Whatever. Again, whatever, Jesse.
Okay, but what about Kristen mentioning the GLP-1s?
Andy said, you are looking amazing. Are you on Janet's diet of Adderall and Pilates? And she said, nope, just taking a GLP-1.
How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that?
Like, are you against it?
Am I against it?
Yeah, does it bother you?
Listen, once the world has eradicated racism, homophobia, transphobia,
Then you can worry about the Ozempic.
misogyny, I will start worrying about GLP-1s. Like there is a lot more in this world that bothers me than the age-old notion of women wanting to lose weight and do so quickly. Am I against it? Of course, it lends itself to deeply rooted issues that we see within the world of
Skinny.
right and representation.
I mean, we also grew up in a time where nothing tastes as good as skinny feels was like a motto.
Was that a Simple Life quote?
No, that was
Was that you?
no, that wasn't me. That was Kate Moss.
Oh, Kate Moss is the one who said that?
Yeah.
Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was you. This whole time I thought I was quoting you.
Oh, because that's kind of something I would live by.
It is something that he lives by.
Okay, can I have my opinion on
Of course
Ozempic?
you can have
Okay,
your
look.
opinion. Go ahead.
I think it's okay. Like, you do you. I get the pressure of society. I get what you're trying to say, but everyone can decide if they want to lose weight or whatnot, how they want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that like lying about it though is a little sketch. Like, if you're gonna do it, be honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that the issue with it though, two things is that now anytime someone does lose weight, it's the first thing we think about.
Right.
So like, even if someone who put in like a lot of work and they did it, the traditional way, no one's gonna believe it. Like, we're always gonna think it's the Ozempic. So that's what it sucks for the people that don't do it and have lost weight without it.
Right.
I think a little bit more disturbing was more the fact that she did an ad for it.
Right. Well, her and Brittany.
Yeah, I think that's an American thing because I think it's illegal here in Canada, but because we have universal health care, so we can't profit off of
Pharmaceuticals. Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a little bit weird to me.
Right.
I don't like that.
Right.
But I will say Kristen looks good. Like, she hasn't overdone it. There are people that go too far, and I'm like,
And then they get gray face.
Yeah.
Your skin, it loses its glow. And I do think that, yes, it's like a slippery slope to, but now I want to lose a little bit more. I want to lose
and
a
then you
little
look
bit
just
more.
like a skeleton. Yeah. And it does. And I do hate the fact that I find when men take it, we applaud it. We're like, oh my God, you look amazing. And when a woman lost the weight, it's like, how did you do it? Why'd you do it? And it just like,
and men are taking it.
And we're not even talking about the men. There's so many men.
So many men are taking it. But of course, it's going to be the women that we're going to talk about. Was there anything else
that we want to cover?
How do you feel about Lala's comment of Nia being the ringleader?
Honestly, Lala's the voice of reason this season.
Lala's always.
I agree.
She's so good.
I agree, and she's done it longer than most of the people on that show. Mm-hmm. So she gets it.
Right.
She knows what's going on.
Yes.
And Kristen's blind loyalty is annoying. I don't know if we're going to address it in on the next few episodes. We'll see, but
anyways, we're not going to be talking about the Valley next episode.
We're going to wait till the whole thing.
We're going to wait until the entire reunion is done because I really don't feel like we're going to get enough content from next reunion anyways. So we'll wait until all of that's done. House of Stassi we'll keep talking about for sure. Yeah. There is something that I wanted to
address.
Stop my doom scroll worthy content.
Okay.
If your algorithm is anything like my algorithm, then these are the things that like stop me in my tracks sometimes. Okay, so it's not my For You page, it's the For Us page. For the girls, gays, and theys.
Okay. Your favorite.
My favorite.
Your favorite,
yeah, that's it. So one that I was very excited about, Christopher Nolan, my favorite director. His new movie, The Odyssey. Matt Damon's stunt double is Devin Dalton, who is a woman, a Canadian woman. She is 4'6".
That's a cool name.
Devin Dalton.
Ooh,
I know.
Rick
She
Rings.
sounds like a celebrity.
Yeah.
And this is a woman who's 4'6", who's built very... Matt Damon referred to her as being the best arms he's ever seen. Yeah, I'm going to show you, but we'll put a picture of her in here, actually. But great biceps. And again, in terms of like representation or who gets access to the camera time or invisible roles that we don't know even exists behind the scenes, it's always kind of the same people that we're looking at, and we forget to take notice of all of these incredible people who
Make the movie so amazing.
make anything so amazing. If we were to turn the cameras around on any of the Bravo shows,
And all the people here with us right now.
anyways, so that was my one for us page moment today. That'll be the only one that I shared today.
Oh, that's cute. I'm happy you share those things because like, it's a different spice from my algorithm.
From your algorithm,
Yeah,
exactly. Okay, so I have a little bit of a game planned. Okay, so like welcome back to another casting call, because last episode we spoke about, you know, who's a red flag, a green flag, a yellow flag. In today's game, I'm going to read different scenarios to you.
Okay.
And basically, you need to decipher, are they coming with promoted to center diamond energy? Mm-hmm. So that means like, we're investing. We need more of you.
Main character.
Main character energy. Mm-hmm. Are we putting them on pause?
Dorinda.
Right, which means like I'm withholding judgment pending further investigation. I'm still a little bit
So
unsure.
it's a middle tier that.
Middle tier.
Oh, really? I feel like being paused means you're being fired, but just in a lighter vernacular.
It is in Bravo terms. Like
Yeah.
when you're put on pause, like you're not even on the show.
No, that was just a made-up term by Dorinda to not feel
Right.
like she got fired.
I understand.
Yeah.
So I'm using the put on pause, not in the way that it happened with Dorinda. Like just like really, we're taking a little pause.
Okay. You actually might come back, you're saying.
You actually might come back.
Okay.
Or are you giving demoted to friend of energy, which like in this game is the lowest tier. It's like, okay, we're going to keep you around, but you're not getting a confessional. You're not getting, like you might be at a brunch, but like that's pretty much it. You're a third party always.
Like Barb the Builder.
Yeah, forever third party. These are the options. Are you ready? Yeah. Number 1,
Nervous.
you walk into their kitchen, white refrigerator.
Demoted to friend. Have we not learned anything from Atlanta? Hello.
A waiter drops a tray, and they're the first person to yell, "Oppa!"
That's like clapping on a plane.
That was my clapping on a plane equivalent.
Yeah.
They're demoted.
Yeah, demoted and the big long pause because they may be short-staffed.
They eat your fries without asking. Oh, yeah. Look, he's considering it. Why are you considering it?
Because I would do that.
That's right.
That's center diamond shit. Because
Demoted.
for you, it's demoted. Me, I'm like main character.
Demoted. They put their phone face down on the table during dinner.
Oh, that's nice.
Things he would never do. Center diamond.
Things I try to do. The thought that counts. Yeah, that is center diamond.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's center diamond energy. You better put your phone face down. I don't even want to see your phone, actually.
No screen time.
Exactly. They go full glam for brunch.
I'm torn.
Between center diamond.
Or pause. It's both because because I wouldn't do it myself. Like I like to go all natural.
Right.
But then I do appreciate someone who will do that too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not my style.
Yeah, fair. You don't need it.
Oh, thanks.
They've described every single ex as crazy and unhinged.
Pause.
Why?
I feel like we just have to like give me more information on each of them. Maybe let me actually hear the story.
Right. Context is important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair. They correct your grammar in a text message.
Yep, that happens often. I think that's main character.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, you're
Wow,
welcome.
thank you so much.
Just for you.
They show up with sprinkle cookies.
Demoted.
Demoted immediately. Immediately demoted. Okay.
Free tray.
There's room for 3 people on the couch, and they still sit touching you.
Fired.
But that's you who does that. Fuck,
I hate being touched though.
But he touches me constantly. And I'm like, please stop touching me. And he was like, why can't I touch you? You're such an affectionate person. Like, I don't want to be touched all the
The
time.
more you say that, the more I'm going to do it.
We will cover this next episode.
But you have, yeah, your personal space. I'm sorry.
Doesn't care about my personal space.
I don't-
And number 10, you get into bed and they say, oh, the dog sleeps between us.
No. No, I can't do that. There's no way. I'm sorry to all dog lovers. I love you all, but I no dog in my bed.
No dog in your bed.
No. I can do a pause and we can talk about getting a bed for the dog. And then you can get back on the show.
That's fair.
Yeah, right?
Okay, that's
I
fair.
compromise.
Yeah, you compromise. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I like that. That's
Mhm,
good.
mhm.
Okay, I think you did. We agreed for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. I think just a touching one.
Yeah, the touching one.
Because-
Well, even though we agreed, but
You understand? Yeah. I think I just do that with you because I'm that comfortable.
And sometimes I love it. Sometimes I'm all cuddly on top of you.
Yeah.
Je flatte tes pecs.
No, I just say, man,
Des fois, c'est comme...
I genuinely thought that you liked the affection.
I do sometimes, but
I don't.
ever.
But I don't think you understand that I don't touch you like purposely. Sometimes like my arm, I just like take space and like you're there and you're like, oh my God. I'm like, sorry, I didn't know you were there.
We're gonna count how many times he goes to touch me. How many times does his hand come over onto my side of the screen?
We're going to talk about consent next week.
Yeah, that's right. That is what we are going to talk about next
We're
week.
actually going to, Heated Rivalry is filming right now in Toronto.
I know. I'm so excited.
I did a rewatch recently, the first time, and I want to talk about it because I have questions now that I watch it like with a
I'm
fresh.
so excited.
Yeah.
I have rewatched it far too many
Yeah,
times, and I will rewatch it again because I'm obsessed. And I think all the girls are. Next episode is going to be a little bit different.
We're going to go off the question that I had asked her because I genuinely wondered why Heated Rivalry was such a hit for women, like for the girls. Like the gays, I know why. Like it's obvious.
Right.
There's so many gay shows out there that the gays love, but why did this one pick up, but not the other ones by women in general?
Remind me to tell you
Sure.
about the false love story that has been sold to women
Okay.
historically.
I got it. I'm excited to talk about it because we got a break for a while. Heated Rivalry was just like too much by the end. I was like, everyone was talking about it like a whole feast. So I'm like, okay, we got a little break. Although it's gonna come back when season 2 airs.
so
It's gonna
excited.
be like another.
Yes.
Yeah.
And next episode will also be our last episode that we're filming at the cottage.
For now. Well, we have one more, yeah.
We have one more, so it seems fitting to use that episode
talk about the cottage.
At the cottage to talk about the cottage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's it, right? Let's wrap
I
it
think
up.
that's it. Yeah, wrap it up.
Okay, guys. So reminder to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Remind me to tell you pod for both of those. And then we're also on YouTube. Follow, rate, subscribe. You know the drill.
And keep sending us your feedback,
If there's
thoughts.
anything you don't like, less of, more of, please
Let us know.
let us all know. Okay. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for
See you
tuning
next
in.
week.
We'll see you next week.
Bye bye.